But yeah, I usually, the little talk we do right before I usually leave that in there.
You don't leave the testicles in, do you?
No,
Okay.
there's no testicles. Are you ready?
Yeah. You're not putting this in, are you?
No. I'll cut it right here.
I don't believe you, but okay.
Guess you'll have to listen to find out. Anywho, ready?
Ready.
Hello, my name is Katie. I'm the social media manager.
I'm Samantha. I'm the director.
And we work at the Cattery.
Yep.
Cattery Cat Shelter in Texas.
That turned 16 on 10/20, so you'll be listening to this after our birthday.
16 years old.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's a teenager. That's a full-blown teenager cat shelter. Dan, how old are you? He doesn't know.
He has no concept.
He's like, I don't know what you mean by that.
He's like, I opened the shelter.
I am forever.
Yeah.
I opened the shelter. Y'all were not here before me.
One time, here's a little story time to start off.
Ooh.
We got our mobile clinic in 2015, and we went to a city outside of Corpus, like 45 minutes away, and the rescue group that was hosting us had put an ad in the paper, so they were there when we it was about the mobile clinic coming, so they were asking people how they found out about it to see if the ad was a good investment or not. And one of the people, who shall remain nameless, answered with, I was instrumental in getting this clinic and bringing it here.
Wow.
Which was news to me.
I was like, wow. I am the Cattery.
All right.
Okay. Just some random person?
Yeah.
What the heck?
No, it was a rescuer.
Oh.
But
oh my God. Oh my Lord.
She said she worked with another rescue in town to bring it out to that city. And
thank God for her.
Yeah, thank God for her.
Thank you so much. Perfect.
So much fun stuff. So many stories.
So many things have happened in 16 years is a very long time.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them how many cats we've saved in 16 years?
And so I made a mistake, because at one point on Sunday we had done 15 adoptions, and that was still in my head that we needed 25 more to go to get to 10,000. But then we had one at the last minute, but it never changed in my head.
Oh.
So I posted that we had 25 more to go, but we have 24 more to go.
That's doable.
So today we're recording this on Wednesday the 18th. I'm hoping we have never had this many adoptions on weekdays.
Yeah.
But if we could get to 24 adoptions on Friday, that would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be awesome? 10,000 in 16 years. I mean, even if it's this weekend.
Yeah, it still counts.
It still counts. I'm sure we have the Hurricane Harvey buffer, okay? We weren't doing adoptions during that time. What about COVID? We got a whole year of COVID. Well, we did adoptions.
We still did adoptions. But
we did.
That 1 month was slow when we were...
That first month.
Yeah, that we were delivering them.
Yeah, that was fun. I'll never forget that. Sam was like, what do you think about like DoorDashing cats?
DoorDash wasn't a thing then, but that's basically what it was.
Yep. We could deliver them to the door. What? So of course we only did that with cats that like kittens.
Yeah, kittens that would get along with anybody.
Yeah, not like our adult cats. They just hung out here for a bit during COVID.
They had a little vacation from the public.
COVID hiatus, yeah. So we have that buffer too. So this weekend, 24 more adoptions, 10,000 adoptions in 16 years, which is a crazy high number. That is amazing. And that's just cats. That's not dogs.
Well, we had that little time period where we did dogs as well.
Oh, that's
through Heartbeats.
About that.
Yeah.
Which I fostered for.
You fostered for? Oh yeah. I remember
did.
That.
I fostered for Heartbeats before I even came to the Cattery. And I never made the connection. Because I followed the Cattery but I never made the connection in my head.
Well, heartbeats existed before and after.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Got it.
So
at some point during that time.
You may have fostered when they weren't part of us.
Maybe.
I
don't know. Addison was just a little baby. So, but it was good. It was fun. I forgot we did, but it was so short. It's basically 10,000 cats.
Yeah, 10,000 cats.
10,000 cats in a very small area. Like, we don't ship cats all over the country. We don't adopt out like further than an hour away. So like that's a lot of homes. That's amazing. It's a lot of cats that got their second chances, which is amazing, and I love that.
Yeah.
Very good. What else? 16-year-old. Did you think 16 years ago?
No.
that this would be where we're at?
I don't think I could envision the future. Like, I don't think I started it thinking really about anything.
Right. Just one thing.
Yeah.
Save cats.
You kind of had to go one day at a time.
Honestly.
Because it was, especially in the first 3 years, it was so...
touch and go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't realize how hard it would be.
Yeah.
So, like, every day, I'm like... It's like a... The Princess Bride.
Oh my God.
Where he's talking about being on the Dread Pirate Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, good work today. Most likely kill you in the morning.
Exactly.
Like every day was like that.
Yep.
We made it through today. Probably will close tomorrow.
That is incredible.
We had enough money in the bank to cover today. Probably not tomorrow.
God. Does that make you the Dread Pirate Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
To the Cattery, though.
The Cattery's Dread Pirate Robert.
The Cattery is Wesley. Most likely kill you in the morning.
As you wish. As you wish. That's so cute. I love that analogy. Now I kind of want to watch that movie.
Me too.
We should have a movie night.
I can say that movie word for word. My grandmother used to be so irritated with that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's my mom's favorite movie too. Cattery movie night coming soon.
But yeah, there were times in the beginning where I'm like literally sitting there wondering how I'm going to cover payroll.
Oh my gosh.
And someone walks in with a check that is very small. It's very big for an individual.
Yeah.
But very small in the grand scheme of things. And it covers our payroll.
Amazing.
So, and that was when we had like 2 employees. That wasn't even in the beginning when we had no employees. And I'm like, how am I going to pay my mortgage?
Oh no.
Yeah, we were big enough to have employees.
Ooh.
2 of them.
How many do we have now?
30.
Oh my God. Do we really?
Yeah.
You're counting the thrift store too?
Yeah, the thrift store,
okay.
clinic.
Good. For a second I was like, wait, are there 30 people here? Not here, but all over.
Yeah.
The clinic, the thrift store, and here. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy awesome.
So in the beginning I couldn't, there was
no vision. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Every day.
Ironically, I don't think I've told you this story. We were in hiding for a while. 8 months? Yeah, 8 months.
Oh my gosh.
Because we couldn't afford our shelter. It's a very long story, but the shelter we were in, we were kind of forced into, and it because of the city, and we couldn't afford it, and we ran out of money very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that built the shelter, which was a little house that was remodeled but right before this place, let us live in her parrot farm, which had no more parrots in it. She used to breed parrots. But that left me with a lot of free time because it was just one big building.
Yeah. Like one big room or what?
Yeah. like the size of a house. It was probably 1,500 square feet, but it was one big room. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And ironically,
Hello.
it did have electricity, but it
How are
had
you?
no heat
I'm
or
good.
AC. But for some reason, it had these huge windows where you put the board down.
Yeah.
Like these big boards were on hinges that you put down every morning.
Yeah.
The breeze was so nice that it was fine in there for the cats.
What?
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
During the winter, we would put like one window down or no
This one's
windows
about tummies.
down.
Yeah.
We tried to
Don't
do
tell
one
me.
so they could at least see out.
Honestly.
But yeah, so I couldn't do any work there, and that's when I would be home a lot. I even
Yeah.
got a
It's freaking
part-time
baseball,
job
we
during
don't
that
need to-
time.
You did? Doing what?
I
did not know this.
I had gone to a temp agency because it wasn't something I wanted to do forever.
Yeah, I don't want to
It
be
was
stuck there.
just to get some money because I wasn't like we had limited funds coming in because
Yeah.
we were doing adoptions at PetSmart, but we didn't have like a physical location
Right.
for 8 months.
Yeah.
So I went to a temp agency, and the lady that ran the temp agency needed someone to sit with her mom during the day.
Oh,
So I got paid for taking her mom on errands and watching daytime TV with her.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
For, I don't know, maybe a month or two.
Really?
Yeah. But during that time, when I wasn't doing that, but we
Sweet.
were in that situation, is when I started researching spay-neuter clinics.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was in like
The groundwork.
that was in the first year,
Oh, wow.
right after the second year, I guess.
So that would be 2008, 2009.
Yeah, well, 2009.
So it would still be a couple more years before we actually opened a spay-neuter clinic.
Yeah.
But you had the seeds.
Yeah, I started I read
planting.
a whole manual about spay-neuter clinics during that time.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Actually kind of makes it
I got chills.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm cold.
And I talked to the lady at the mobile clinic place during that time and found out that we could not afford one. And then later,
Not yet.
I talked to her again about a mobile clinic, and she's actually the one. We didn't really have the vet or anything. It was just I wanted to see how much they were at that time. She's the one that told me about the ASPCA program that we got into. And we were like the 4th or 5th ones in that program.
Oh, wow.
That helped us start our spay-neuter clinic.
That's so cool.
So everything happens for a reason.
I have to agree with that.
There was progress made even when we were
hiding at a
and
parrot farm.
questioning, should we continue or should we adopt out these cats and stop? So no, I really couldn't have foreseen getting kicked out of our shelter.
Right.
We didn't really get kicked out. We left before we could get kicked out.
Honestly, though.
But it was coming
because
apparently landlords want their rent.
Yeah, it's
That's
weird.
a funny thing.
I don't know why. But yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that you had a part-time job and stuff. All that during that time. That is so interesting. That really just goes to show you, like, if you think you should give up, just keep going. You can do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Works out eventually.
Yeah, for most things, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
If you're trying to become a serial killer, you probably should just give that up.
Yeah,
don't do that.
You don't need to perfect that skill.
No, give that up. Get a real hobby. That's not one. Anywho's. Very, very crazy. 16 years. How long were we? Sorry, go ahead.
You go.
I was going to say, how long were we at that house where I started?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why didn't I know that? I didn't know that at all.
I don't know. We moved in 2009.
Oh, wow. So that was right after the parrot farm. And then,
yeah.
Because the lady's the one who got that set up.
Yeah, our first shelter was October of 2007 to March-ish, April. And we opened the next one in May. And we're there from May to December. Then
Is that the one that we couldn't afford?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time though.
Yeah.
suck it out. We can make this work. I can't make this work. We're leaving.
Yeah. I tried really hard to make that work. And plus we were like we were a little baby organization, and
Yeah.
no one, like, a lot of people don't want to give money to young organizations because they don't think they're going to make it.
Yeah.
Because so many don't.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, during that 8 months or whatever it was, 6 months, 7 months, whatever, my mom died.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a whole bunch of bad shit happened. So I very easily could have said,
okay, F this, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done. But
Queen of Cats can't give up.
yeah, could not give up.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if that's pride or stupidity.
It's inspirational. That's what it is. Doesn't matter what it was at the time. I'm telling you now is all that matters.
Also, and so I don't think this is my personality. I don't know why I did this, but I started a million things, and even after the cattery, I've started a million things that didn't work out. Like so much to the, like, I kind of got a reputation in
Really?
my family and friends for not finishing stuff.
You
And maybe that's what it was.
didn't want to give up on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told my grandmother one time, because I was a photography major,
Mm-hmm.
and I switched majors, and I said in a conversation, I really liked photography. She's like, then why didn't you stick it out? And I'm like, I don't know.
Didn't like it enough. Had a
And-
different passion. You just didn't know about it yet.
Yeah. And then one of my very good friends came down to visit from New York, and we were at dinner with my mom and grandmother, and I don't really remember what we were talking about, if it was college or what, because it took me a long time to finish college, and maybe I didn't actually finish, but I finished as much as I was going to do.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, that doesn't surprise me. You don't finish anything.
Who said that?
My friend.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's funny that my mom got so mad at her for saying that.
Thank you,
But
Mom.
my mom would say the same things.
But it's only okay. Like, if I can say things about my kids, but nobody can say anything about my kids.
That's true.
I will fight them.
Yeah.
Good for her. Good. I'm glad she got mad about that. That's bull.
So, I mean, that was kind of my reputation. But I did not do that with the cattery. I guess there's, more at stake, and maybe I finally found my passion, I guess.
I was
going
gonna
to supposed
say,
to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that is probably what it is. I mean, we're going to get philosophical here. Part of life is just experiencing lots of things and trying things out and seeing what works and what doesn't. And I feel like that's just what you were doing. Just reaching around, trying to find the right thing, and then you found it. And here it is, 16 years later.
Yeah.
It's still here.
Still here.
No matter what's happening, it keeps going.
Yeah, we opened during a recession, like right before the recession.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh. We came to our new shelter right before COVID.
Yeah.
A month
before COVID.
A month. Can't be open anymore. That was the whole point of the shelter.
Yeah.
Was to be open.
With a bigger place.
Yep, more staff.
That we had to pay for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember sitting here thinking, fuck.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do now?
Oh my God.
We have all these extra, like when we moved in here, we had 5 staff members.
Oh my, did we really?
For the shelter.
Oh my God.
But we grew, we were 3 times bigger. I should say we had 3 times more space.
Yeah.
Not 3 times more cats, but 3 times more space. There were people we hired because obviously we were expanding.
Mm-hmm.
We hired them when everyone was wearing a mask. We did not see their face.
Oh yeah.
For almost a year.
That was so weird. We finally stopped wearing masks. I was like, oh my God,
it was the Christmas party the next year.
Oh my God.
We had it outside, we could not wear masks.
That was so funny. That's true. It's like, wow, you look different than I remember. Oh, that's what you look like.
But the new people, some of the new people, we had never even seen their face.
Exactly.
Except in pictures, like on Facebook or whatever.
Exactly. But there's something different about seeing
Yeah.
them in person. So funny. That's so true. A whole year of, I've never seen this person's actual whole face. And they've never seen mine either. Well, maybe. I don't know. But still, crazy.
Fun
Good.
times.
Very good. Very fun times.
Then the evacuating for Hurricane Harvey, that was fun.
I wasn't here for that yet. I was after that.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine, because I know how chaotic it was just being an individual. I can't imagine having to evacuate a whole shelter of cats.
Yeah, we got there super early.
Jeez.
I want to say like 5 o'clock in the morning, if not earlier. I know we were up at my house at like 2.
Oh my
trying
God.
to get all our crap together.
Mm-hmm.
We lost my dog that day. I've told that story before.
Oh my gosh.
But we found her. She was in the garbage can.
That story. That was a roller coaster.
She almost got left.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got up at 2. We were up 24 hours basically.
God.
We were going to Dallas, and a shelter there agreed to take our cats. And then this shelter was so big it had multiple locations. And halfway there, they're like, "Oh, we decided you're going to leave the sick ones at this place and the non-sick ones at this place." But of course, that's not how I packed the clinic. So we literally had to unload luckily we had the mobile clinic, because that's how we transported them all.
Oh my God.
In carriers. They were stacked 3 high. The whole carrier plus all the cages on the clinic were filled.
Oh my God.
And we basically had to unload all of them. And at the time, I didn't know a lot of the cats that were that were sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to decipher who they were. It was so fast. If y'all have heard this story before.
I've never heard this story.
Whatever. Then you're hearing it again.
Oh my God.
The day before, it was just like a category 2, or I think a cat 2, and it wasn't supposed to hit us.
Mm-hmm.
And
it turned.
It turned
evil.
And we had been preparing to shelter in place all day, and I want to say at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it switched to a cat 5 with a direct hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
I know. It's so scary.
So we had to switch. So of course the carriers weren't labeled.
No, it was a hurry. Exactly.
So basically I had to scan all the cats.
Look them all up. Figure out who's who. It's okay. I'm gonna cry if she's crying. I can't look at you. I'm gonna cry. Oh my God.
Anyway, so at the first stop, God, we were probably there 3 hours trying to get all the sick ones off. Because sometimes, they're ringworm, so they're not really sick, but they have ringworm, and sometimes they have like one little spot on their body, so it's hard to tell.
Honestly, who's who?
We found a lot of holes in our record keeping during that time.
Crap. It was part of the learning experience.
We made some improvements after that.
Thanks, Harvey.
Then we had to go to the other shelter, and there we stayed and set up all the rest of them. They had volunteers waiting for us.
They did?
Yeah, it was so funny because some of them, obviously when you have cats in a scared that have maybe never even been in a car more than 5 minutes, they were on the road for
hours.
Yeah, from 7, and like we got at the second shelter, it was getting dark, so I think it was around 8 o'clock. So they'd been in there from at least like 7 to 8, so
oh my God,
13 hours.
That's a long day.
Every single cat, except my cats that were riding in the front of the cab, every single cat pooped.
Oh no.
I just remember this one volunteer coming on board to get carriers every time with gagging.
Oh my God.
And I was already numb to it by that point.
You're like, I smell nothing. I'll never smell anything ever again. God.
So funny. And then we had to take my dogs to boarding. They stayed open late. Luckily, some volunteers that volunteered with us in the beginning had moved to the area, and
Oh,
they
good.
had friends. Well, they weren't friends, but they um, boarded with them so much that they were kind of friends.
Yeah.
So they arranged it, and the people stayed open for us.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So we didn't drop my dogs off until close to midnight.
Oh, my gosh.
Because my friends were staying in a rental house while their house was being built.
Yeah.
And they had like 5 dogs and 4 cats or something.
Oh, God.
And I had 5 cats at the time.
Oh, my God.
And then adding my 2 dogs, it just would have been too much. So my dogs had to go to boarding.
Yeah.
And we didn't get back to her house until like almost 1 in the morning.
Oh, jeez.
So that was a long day.
Good Lord. For real.
Then when you're that like wired up, you don't go to sleep right away. So
No.
it was like a 24-hour day.
Jeez, I can't believe that. That's so crazy.
Then the next day we got to go back to that shelter and clean out all our carriers and finish setting up the cats, because by that time all the holes in our records that we found, I just couldn't think well enough to fix it. So I told them I would come back the next day and get them all situated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because
it was a long day.
They weren't coming back with us. They were
staying.
Because that would have been,
can you imagine?
So stressful for the cats, and just
no, it was a transfer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except for a couple.
Yeah, the ones that decided they didn't want to get on the bus.
Yep.
Which is Polly, Jupiter, and Jeepers.
Our survivalists.
Yeah.
They're like, we're ready. No, I'm not leaving. I'm staying.
I'm going to tell you a free way to help out over 200 cats right now. We're a cage-free nonprofit cat shelter, and every time you like, comment, share, and watch the videos to the end, it helps us reach more adopters, supporters, and donors. And it's 100% free.
That's what we should call them. They're the preppers. That's their group name now.
So they were fine. It didn't hit us directly, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately for us, but unfortunately for Rockport, it hit Rockport.
Yes,
which is like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
So our shelter was fine, and we were able to use it to house displaced animals.
That's awesome.
And displaced people. Not people, but their pets.
Yeah.
Until they could take them back, until they had a place that they could be with their cats. So that was nice.
That is nice. That is wonderful. So many amazing stories over 16 years. That's so cool. It's like there's a whole history.
Yeah, it's like a whole person's life.
Right? Literally. He wants that toy. He's so cute. I have to get it for him. You want that bird? Okay.
All right.
Anything else you want to share?
That's all the stories I got in me for now.
That's all the stories.
Exhausting.
16 years of stories. Those are some of the highlights.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for sticking around with us and supporting the cattery over 16 years. I know we have some supporters who have been around like the whole time.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing. We love all of you guys. Thank you for being here with the cats and with us.
Yep.
Follow us on all the social medias. Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. We have a cameo if you want a write-up from Dapper Dan. And yeah, subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you hit subscribe. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.